extremely serious allegations which implicate several UNRWA staff members in the terror attacks of October 7th in Israel. The Secretary General is horrified by this news and asked Mr. Lazzarini to investigate this matter swiftly and to ensure that any UNRWA employee shown to have participated or abetted in what transpired on October 7th or in any other criminal activity be terminated immediately and referred for potential criminal prosecution.
How symbolic is it that on International Holocaust Remembrance Day, it was exposed that UNRWA employees took part in the massacre? The UN is not only weaponized to delegitimize our existence, but also to physically exterminate us. On October 7th, Hamas terrorists murdered, raped, beheaded, and burned families alive. They gunned down young people at a music festival as if it was Babi Yar and turned entire communities to ash. Every decent, every moral person understands that this was an attempted genocide. We have heard the testimonies of Holocaust survivors who, once again on October 7th, had to face those who seek to wipe the Jews from the earth. Ruth Haran, an 88-year-old resident of Kibbutz Be'eri and a Holocaust survivor, described seeing the corpses of children and babies strewn across the lawns of her community. Her son was murdered. Her daughter, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren were taken hostage. She survived humanity's darkest moment, and what she experienced on October 7th was, in her own words, a genocide. Hamas Nazis came to murder Jews as if we are subhuman. Hamas came to exterminate us, and they have sworn to repeat these horrors again and again and again until Israel and the Jews are destroyed. Every Jew is murdered. Ladies and gentlemen, to this day, no UN institution has condemned the October 7th massacre. It's shocking. Even the International Court of Justice, for heaven's sake, did not see it morally fitting to condemn Hamas's barbaric massacre against our children and people. This silence is unfathomable. The United Nations was founded upon the commitment to prevent atrocities, to prevent genocide, to be a living testament that never again is not just a slogan, but an action plan. Yet today, the UN has become one of the weapons in the arsenal of modern-day Nazis against us. Every UN body has become weaponized against the Jewish state, exploited as an instrument to aid in the elimination of my people. How symbolic it is, how symbolic is it that on International Holocaust Remembrance Day, it was exposed that UNRWA employees took part in the massacre. The UN is not only weaponized to delegitimize our existence, but also to physically exterminate us. Contemplate this. Today of all days, the day that we commemorate the genocide of the Jewish people and swear here never again, the International Court of Justice made it clear that it won't reject outright the case of a Nazi terror organization that seeks to commit genocide against the Jewish people. It's outrageous. Every year we dedicate this day to discuss the surging Jew hatred poisoning the world. And this year, the year in which the largest number of Jews were massacred since the Holocaust, Anti-Semitism has risen to heights not seen since the Nuremberg laws. We can only draw one conclusion, a sad conclusion. The UN has failed in its mission. Has failed.
This morning regarding UNRWA, as I said in a statement issued earlier this morning, the Secretary General has been briefed by the Commissioner General of UNRWA, Philippe Lazzarini, regarding extremely serious allegations which implicate several UNRWA staff members in the terror attacks of October 7th in Israel. The Secretary General is horrified by this news and asked Mr. Lazzarini to investigate this matter swiftly and to ensure that any UNRWA employee shown to have participated or abetted in what transpired on October 7th or in any other criminal activity be terminated immediately and referred for potential criminal prosecution. An urgent and comprehensive independent review of UNRWA will be conducted, as it has been announced by Philippe Lazzarini, the Commissioner General of UNRWA, back on 17 January. To protect the agency's ability to deliver humanitarian assistance, Commissioner General Lazzarini has taken the decision to immediately terminate the contracts of all these staff members and launch an investigation in order to establish the truth without delay. Any employee of UNRWA who is involved in acts of terror will be held accountable, including through criminal prosecution. And I can tell you that our colleagues at OIOS, the Office for Internal Oversight Investigation Services, have been seized of the matter and will be conducting the investigation at UNRWA's request.